First of all, I'd tell you that I'm a mother of 3 girls and really proud of them. And they're in their 20s now and they have jobs and live all over the United States. So, and I have worked my whole life and with 31 years at Kohler. And Kohler's celebrating the 150th anniversary this year, and it's a big celebratory year for us, really with the associates and with our customers around the world. My background is actually my undergraduate is in political science from Duke University, and I have a master's in fine arts in theater. And even though I'm not in the world of theater anymore, I really use those skills in everyday work. I work a lot in communications, and whether it's communicating in film or video or podcasting or writing, I still use a lot of those kinds of skills. So, and then I just worked my way up outside Kohler and then came back in my late 20s into Kohler, and through many different areas, communications and brand, and then human resources, and then sustainability, and then CSR, classic social impact work. And then today, I really left the world of HR in December, January of last year, and have now embraced sustainability globally and working with all the areas of sustainability from new product development to operations to marketing and sales around Kohler, and then also DE&I, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is also in my remit. Well, first of all, this is my first visit to Dubai, and I was really pleased to be able to come to Dubai to celebrate the 150th with our very close partners here in the market, in the Dubai and the Abu Dhabi market, and then also learn and upskill myself in COP28. And I got invited to COP28 to participate in some business meetings, and then decided to plunge in and spend almost 5 days here, really attending lots of workshops, looking at new technologies, meeting with customers interested in things like water management for communities, and really learning about where the world is going so that I can lead in the most enlightened way possible when I get back. Well, I think what you just said is really important. It is expected of every leader at Kohler. First and foremost, I might have the center of excellence in that, but there's a very small team because we ensure that leaders are prepared to hire diverse teams and include everyone in the work of the day. And I think that's really important that it is the price of doing business now inside Kohler. You can't come to Kohler and be a leader without really understanding that diversity of team matters, and including everyone, creating a culture of inclusion is really required in order to attract and retain the best talent. And then what we want to move into in 2024 is what we call the inclusive associate, so that every associate at Kohler welcomes inclusion. Because if you were to come to Kohler, you want to feel like you're part of a team. You want that sense of belonging. Sometimes the leader is not the only person who can create that environment. Sometimes it's your peer group. Sometimes it's the people who you show up to work with every day. So we need to teach everyone that inclusion matters. Well, sustainability to me, living more sustainably, whether that's my environmental footprint, whether that's a sustainable sense of health and well-being, those are things to me that need to last over time. So I need to have my footprint, my impact on the earth, on this world, be as minimal as possible, because I want to give this world over to my generation, of my children's generation, in a healthy way, right? I don't want our generation to trash the place, right? So think about, how do companies like Kohler design and impact the world positively so that the next generation has a healthy planet, healthy air, healthy water. So what we can do as a company is really use our capability to design the lowest impact products, to use recycled materials and very efficient design to make sure that those products are efficiently made, designed, the materials are healthy, and they conserve water. Even though you might feel like you have a luxurious experience, you know that the engineering is excellent and it's not wasting any resources. Well, so around the world, there's regions of the world that are extremely water constrained. And Kohler needs to meet the moment in making sure that we provide products that can comprehend that water constraint situation depending on what market you're in. We also make sure that our plant operations are conserving water in how they manage their process. And we also restore water back into watersheds around the world that are under severe stress. So I think what I would like to say is that we're comprehensive in our approach to water, from product design to operational management to restoration, and then education to the consumer on how there's a product portfolio that you can choose that will help you save water. If you live in California, you're going to want to save water. You know, if you live in Arizona and parts of India, you'll want to save water. I just came from China a few months ago, and you know, there are places in China that are very water constrained. So it is happening around the world, and manufacturers like Kohler need to meet that moment. I think what you're going to find is we'll continue innovating and looking at how we design products to make sure, again, that we are using just enough of the material, but you might see weight be something that we take a look at. If we've got a product where we could actually decrease the energy use in the manufacture process, how can we design to lower the impact on energy management? How could we design more water savings? Let's just say your regulations are changing in some parts of the world to lower water consumption. We have to design the product to make sure that those products are meeting the local regulation. I think you're going to see more of that. I think you're certainly going to see much more educational materials, and I think you're going to find that we have more environmentally friendly products than we have identified. So there's more in the portfolio, probably even in this showroom, that are environmentally friendly that we don't even communicate. So you're going to find us communicating more of our product attributes in that space. So sustainability or sustainable thinking is, again, something that every person needs to eventually embody, right? So whether you drive an EV, because you might live in a part of the world where that's very important, emissions are being regulated, emissions are being measured, you want to make sure you're protecting the quality of air, you may switch to an EV. You may switch to a very significant water conserving toilet because we know much of the water is used in the bathroom. You may decide to have a water monitoring system on your shower. So as a person, you will have choice, right? To lower your footprint depending on what you believe and also where you live. You know, just that there's more opportunity, more opportunity to influence change, to really deliver impact. And I believe that Kohler in 2035, which is our net zero goal that we've put out there for Scope 1 and Scope 2, I believe by 2035, Kohler will be known for doing good in the world. And it'll be a brand that we are all proud of. And I think when a consumer is out there and the brand means good, a brand means to them that this group of businesses, this brand means that they are doing everything they can to make a positive imprint on the world, that's what I want to leave behind. So that's my goal, is really there's more to be done, there's more work to do, and that's why I keep going. I think sustainability is both a discipline, but also a cultural movement. I think that you need technical experts in the world of sustainability. You need leaders to lead through every area of the business or community, but then you also need to build it into the culture. So I would say I'm not the expert. I'm more of a leader who understands business and can take the concepts of sustainability and work and influence and coach all the areas of the business to move the ball forward. So there's all sorts of people that are needed in the world of sustainability, but eventually everybody on the planet will adopt a mindset of being more sustainable so that we can give a planet over to the next generation that is as good as what we got.